What's up, baby? It's Gully TK, King of the Dot, GZ Battles President. You're tuned in to Witty Smitty News. Pay attention, you dig?
Shorty grinding for that money, bring it down, bring it down. Shorty grinding for that money, get it low, get it low. Shorty grinding for that money, get it low, get it low. They call me T, I'm up in that motherfucker riding.
Christian Smith, Witty Smitty News, joined Bishop Brigante, finally. We Blackout 7 weekend. Let's recap day one first off. Battle of the night, performance of the night, body of the night.
Okay, battle of the night. I mean, I like battles for different things, but I mean, the obvious popular one that everybody's talking about is DNA
and A-Ward
versus A-Ward. I think people really expected A-Ward to wash, DNA in that battle. However, they got a prepared, a focused, and a dangerous DNA that was just everything about his entire battle and performance and being there. He was just on point, and then you get a guy like A-Ward who's just so fresh and sharp, and he's just ready. He's just got great fresh take on material, and, you know what I mean. And he's just so talented to be able to they kept up with each other, man. It's a classic battle. I definitely feel like it's going to be considered a classic battle.
100%.
Yeah. I think did you say the upset of the night?
Performance and then body. Performance
of the night.
I'm kind of leaning with Cortez on that.
You know what the problem is? I didn't get to watch that match. I wasn't. It was a moment when I wasn't feeling good, so I needed to take time. Whatever. I just caught the ending of Daylight's. I caught Daylight's third round. That's it. And so I can't even speak on it. But from what I saw, I feel like, maybe, I'm gonna say the upset of the night. I feel like Chilla Jones showed the fuck up, man, against Jonai. Like, Jonai is incredible, and then Chilla Jones to I feel like both Joneses. Everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses last night because both of them came out of nowhere with some incredible performances against Jonai and Diz. That's weird, right? Like, both of the Joneses came out and they had great performances against Diz and Jonai, and I believe they both took the dubs.
So let's get into you now. Legacy, it's dropped now.
Yeah, so Legacy's out. I'm really excited about it. It's more like a collection, if you will. A lot of stuff on there that I needed to get out of my system and to put together on a project, that could be on all these new streaming services, that could be on all these music services that people use. The way things are now are definitely not the way it was during some of those releases. So I wanted to get it out. My son was the main motivator for that, because he was like, man, how come I can't get this song on Apple Music? How come my friends can't download it? They all want to hear your stuff. And I'm like, okay. So then I figured it out, and I came up with a plan, because I'm working on a new album right now called Kennedy Road. It's kind of like the album that is really personal to me. Like opens up about me, and people get to know a little deeper, side of myself, right? So that's what's coming up. So I was like, okay, this Legacy shit, this could be like, my gateway, and let everybody kind of get comfortable with it, and, me doing music again, and then get all the new fans and supporters that I have to hear stuff that they had no idea that I did already. And so, like, the reception from it has been incredible. It took away all the anxiety that I've ever had in music with putting out music like that. You know what I mean? Because I've had mixtape, street albums, stuff like that. But an actual full-length project that I'm like, that I'm sending numbers to SoundScan and like really doing it the way I'm supposed to do it, this is what it is now.
Now, I remember on the pay-per-view Gully vs. Gannick, we talked, a quick little interview there, and you mentioned seeing the Layers tour, being there, listening to the album had re-inspired you with music. So what was it about that experience that did re-inspire you?
Well, I mean, I've been cool with Royce and his bro for a long time. So when I got that call to just roll out, I was like, okay, cool, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna perform and do shit, but I don't really have anything on the go musically. So I was like, okay, I'll come rock out. We'll do the Canvas side, but then I started like multitasking, like, you know, shit like that. But I spent a lot of time, more time than I had ever spent with Royce, and more time than I ever spent with Vicious and the team. And I became a part of the team full time. So it was like that time I got to learn so much, just wisdom wise, and just the structure of the album, the way it was. You know, the way that Royce tells a story, and it was just so crazy to see the transition to the Royce I knew then to the Royce now, being sober and clean. Like, so the whole experience of, and then being on the road also in America. I toured the entire America, and every time I stepped on a stage, whether I had to crowd hype and open up for him, or if I just had to like go make sure everything was good, the setup on the stage, like I was multitasking with a lot of jobs. And then the crowd would be like, Bishop, take that fucking America.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like in Houston, or like, you know, places that I had never toured America like that. So being in all these places, so I felt at that point like, man, I'm really taking my talent for granted, and the music I couldn't put out, you know, whatever. So I needed to. The reason why I put together this kind of an album is because I needed to close that chapter, that time in my life when I was doing all this great music and stuff, and I needed to close that chapter and open up the new one, because I'm making music now that's incredible, that I'm really happy with, and I'm excited for the people to hear, you know, my current now, because like leading all the stuff that led up to this moment that I've released, even on mixtapes,
Yeah, which
like that.
we're gonna get into right now, probably.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do with you is I'm gonna name a couple songs that stood out to me looking through your music. Just give a quick, nothing too crazy, just quick, like if you were in the studio, how the song came about, kind of thing.
Okay.
So the first one that stood out, "Shorty Grindin" with JD Era and Drake.
That came out because that was actually going to be a JD Harris song. And Eric came to my house, because everybody used to record at my house. So Eric came to my crib with the record, and he had a verse. I wrote my verse, and then we worked together on the hook. I was like, yo, I was...
That song's so fire.
Thank you. I was signed to Dogg at the time, so I had a project that was on the way. So it made more sense. And like Drake wasn't Drake.
Yeah, I know.
Like that.
It was before, yeah.
So with that...
Was that "I'm Still Fly" Drake then?
Yeah. Like he was popping, and it was like literally the transition was maybe 2 weeks that he became the biggest artist in the world. So I called him and was like, yo.
What's up, guys? Laughing Stock here with Ruin Your Day. I'm here with Bishop Brigante. Nothing else is going on right now. Just figured I'd come and say hi. How you doing? How you feeling about Blackout?
I love Blackout. It's been popping. Day one has been lit. This guy's crazy.
All right, this has been Bishop Brigante. Buy his new album on AOL Music.
Shout out to "Ruin Your Day," by the way. Laughing Stock.
Yo, so then I just, so it was supposed to be a JD Era record, and we were like, you know, all of us used to kick it, all of us used to roll. The city called us the wise guys because we were so bad. And then what happened was I called Drake and I was like, yo, I think you should be on this record. Blackout, what's up? I called Drake, and then I just went to the studio. I went to his session, and we recorded it and made it down. The song was finalized.
It's 420 featuring, rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
I flew out to LA. God bless Nate.
Best hooks in the game, hands down, still to this day. I don't care what anyone says.
Biggest blessing you could have ever given me. We got connected through, you know, some people, and
That's a song I play regularly on 420, by the way, of course.
Appreciate that. We're supposed to be shooting a video for it this weekend. So I went to LA. We went to Fred Rex's house, and we were actually waiting for, I don't know if it was Everlast or if it was that other guy from what's that DJ's name?
DJ Lethal?
Muggs. Yeah, it might have been Lethal or Everlast.
Or Muggs.
It was either Lethal or Everlast that was supposed to be bringing him weed, and we were recording on April 20th. So it was 420. We did a couple songs together. So, but that one was the one that, you know, kind of like really got us, and I wanted to move forward with that one. Produced by T Minus, who's gone on to do incredible Drake records and other records for huge artists around the world.
Now, one of my personal favorite songs, Money Train, featuring Kin Smooth.
Wow, yeah. That was just, again, we had the Slug Project, Scarborough Loves Us Gangsters. That's a big clique that we was all a part of in Scarborough. And Kin Smooth and me just used to make records all the time. And again, I had the Dogg Project, so we were gonna put Money Train on there. And initially it was a Kin Smooth record. And then he was like, yo, get on this. I got on it, and then I was like, yo, let me put this out. Because I had the machine. So I put it out, and I wanted more people to hear Kin Smooth anyway, because I think he's an incredible talent.
That's Still the Way, featuring MC Lyte Sticky Fingaz.
Man, we was just talking about that today. How incredible is it that I got a record with MC Lyte? First of all, I mean, she's the queen to me.
Facts.
Like all the way, she's the queen to me. And we were doing a TV show together with Sticky Fingaz, and she just, like, the original record was doing so well on TV and on radio that when I approached her, it was like, oh yeah, I saw your video, that shit's dope, let's do it. And they both did it for me on the strength of liking the song. Sticky and me were just talking about the other day, because he was in Toronto, and we were talking about, like, he's like, yo man, you think I just give anybody like a real record, you know what I mean? I was like, because he was, me and Stick was talking about legacy, and he wasn't even aware that, like, officially in stores, that this was the first record that I put out after so many years. So it was like crazy. He's like, as anyway, so Sticky Fingaz getting on that record was nuts too, because I feel he is literally the most underrated lyricist that nobody brings up when we talk about lyricism. He bodied Eminem on a record.
The Remember track? Yeah, that track's hard with RBX too,
yeah,
right?
And so I say that I don't say that like, oh, we bodied him like Eminem's a bitch. I say that to be like,
there's only 3 people that bodied M on a track: Sticky Fingaz, Big Sean, and wow, the third one just left my mind.
Detroit versus everybody.
I mean, you're gonna say you're not gonna agree with me, but this will spark a big debate. But I think Hov was better than him
On Renegade.
I think so.
That one's tight.
I think so.
That one's tight.
But it depends. It all depends.
Oh, Royce is the one. He's killed him on multiple tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
On the Bad Meets Evil album.
Yeah, facts.
Crazy, but I think yeah. Let's not get into that, because that's gonna.
Yeah, we're already talking 20 minutes for this. So
then all of a sudden it gets Nas.
yeah.
Fuck that.
But no, the last song I have, I know this was kind of a remix. It wasn't really a necessary song,
right.
But the Let Me Love You remix, I bring this up because you're the only really rapper I think that rapped on it. Because when he did the remix with T.I. and Jada, they switched the beat.
Right. That was just me talking some slick shit to chicks, you know what I mean? And when I did that, when I performed it at my shows, it was like a sleeper. It was a sleeper because all the girls would be like, I'd be like, let me do something for ladies, and then boom. I'd be like, how many y'all got boyfriends or whatever? Make some noise. Some girls make some noise. How many of y'all just got rid of your punk ass boyfriend? You know what I mean? Whatever, right? They go nuts even more, and then I'm giving y'all too much secrets. And then I drop the beat, right? And then I'd be like, so fuck your boyfriend. They'd be like, fuck my boyfriend. And then I just wig out with that record. But at the end, and then at the end, the hook would come in. And then all the girls would sing that shit. And then at the end, it'd be like, baby, you should let me fuck you. Fuck. And then they went nuts with that shit.
Oh yeah, that shit was fire.
Slick shit. That shit is like slick performance shit. Because when I create, I always create with the idea of how it's gonna sink in, like everywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't just do records just to do a record. I do, even if they're remixes and stuff like that, I do them to place them strategically somewhere.
Makes sense.
Because I had anxiety about putting out albums and shit like that. So anything I was doing, it had to be strategic.
Well, Christian
Smith, have
Smith,
something for this too.
Witty Smitty News, Bishop Brigante. Make sure you get that Legacy album now.
Sure, thank you.
We out here, Witty Smitty News though.
Yo, we gotta do more of these though, man. I mess with Witty, man, for real.